the harsh truth about why you're still broke. You say you want wealth. You say you want freedom. You say you want to change your life. But here you are, years later, in the same place. Still stressed. Still broke. Still waiting for your big break. Let me give it to you straight. The reason you're still broke has nothing to do with the economy, your boss, or bad luck. It has everything to do with your habits, your mindset, and the way you see time. This is not going to be comfortable to hear. But if you read every word of this, and you're willing to confront yourself, this could be the moment your life changes. Reason 1, you value comfort over growth. The majority of people stay broke because they live in survival mode, but behave like they're in celebration mode. They want to feel good every day instead of get better every day. They spend the little they have to escape the reality they refuse to change. And they confuse short-term pleasure with long-term security. Look at your days honestly. How much of your time is spent in discomfort building something, versus numbing yourself in comfort doing nothing? Wealth is born from discomfort. From doing the things most people avoid. From taking the cold shower, making the awkward sales call, working the extra hours, saying no to instant pleasure. If comfort is your priority, you've already chosen your future, and it's broke. Reason 2, you treat time like it's infinite. If I followed you around for a week, I could predict your bank account without ever looking at it. Why? Because your time habits create your money habits. The broke man spends his days in entertainment. The wealthy man spends his days in execution. The broke man says, "I'll start tomorrow." The wealthy man acts today, even if it's messy, even if it's small. You keep thinking you have plenty of time to fix your life. You don't. Every hour you waste compounds into days. Days into years. And then one day you wake up with nothing but regret and a body too old to chase what you could have built when you were young. Reason 3, you confuse activity with progress. You work hard, but on what? Scrolling and commenting online is activity. Complaining about your job is activity. Making plans you never execute is activity. The difference between the broke man and the rich man is not that one is busy and the other is not. It's that the rich man is busy on the right things. Money flows to value. Value comes from skill. Skill comes from focused, deliberate work, not scattered, distracted effort. If you're not building rare, valuable skills, if you're not creating something people are willing to pay for, then you're just moving, not progressing. Reason 4, you spend like you're rich before you earn like you're rich. This is the trap that kills most people. They start earning a little more. And instead of multiplying it, they multiply their lifestyle. A new phone, better clothes, weekend trips, streaming subscriptions. The rich man buys assets first. The broke man buys liabilities first. If you can't live below your means when you're making little, you will never live below your means when you're making more. Because the habit is the problem, not the income. Reason 5, you avoid hard truths. When someone tells you the truth about your laziness, your excuses, your poor habits, you get defensive. You want reassurance, not correction. But understand this. Money doesn't care about your feelings. It flows to those who solve problems. It runs from those who are problems. If you want wealth, you need to get brutally honest about where you're failing. You need to let your pride take the hit, so your future can take the win. Reason 6, you think working for money is the same as building wealth. There's a reason you can work 40 years and still be broke at the end. Trading hours for dollars is survival, not wealth. Wealth comes from systems, from ownership, from creating things that make money while you sleep. The wealthy don't just work. They build vehicles for money to work for them. That could be a business. That could be investments. That could be intellectual property. But if every dollar you make dies the moment you stop working, you are not building wealth. You are just keeping yourself afloat until you drown. Reason 7, you're surrounded by broke mindsets. Your circle is your ceiling. If you spend your time with people who spend recklessly, complain constantly, and blame the system, you'll copy them without even realizing it. The wealthy guard their circle like a fortress. They surround themselves with people who think bigger, act faster, and push harder. If your circle doesn't inspire you to level up, it's not a circle. It's a cage. Reason 8. You chase luck instead of leverage. You pray for the lottery ticket. You wait for that one opportunity. You gamble, you guess, you hope. Meanwhile, the wealthy are stacking leverage. Skills that are hard to replace. Networks that open doors. Assets that generate income without their presence. Luck might give you a moment. Leverage gives you a lifetime. Reason 9. You've never learned money's language. If you can't read a financial statement, you're financially illiterate. If you don't know how to manage debt, interest, and taxes, you're playing the game blindfolded. The wealthy treat money like a subject to master, not a mystery to fear. They study it. They track it. They understand it. Money is a tool. If you don't know how to use it, it will always be used against you. Reason 10. You're waiting for permission. This is the most dangerous one. You think someone needs to approve your dream. You think you need a degree, a boss, a partner, or the perfect moment. The wealthy don't wait. They move. They act without permission. They build without applause. If you keep waiting for the world to give you the green light, you'll die on red. The turning point. If you've read this far, here's your reality check. You don't need more inspiration. You don't need another money hack. You need discipline, execution, and a ruthless rejection of your old habits. You need to cut unnecessary spending. Turn consumption into creation. Learn skills that multiply your value. Build assets that work for you. Surround yourself with players, not spectators. And most importantly, stop talking, start doing. Because nobody's coming to save you. And the harsh truth? The longer you stay broke, the more it becomes a choice.